Hey, welcome back to the channel. Got the Pyrodrone Ultralite on the bench. So I'm going to go through this frame. This is something that Pyrodrone has come out with to compete with my Ultralite build. So this is the build that I did several months ago. This is a 200 gram all up in the air with a 4S lipo on it. I got a video. I'll put a link here if I can remember. To flying this around.
I couldn't follow you at all.
I'm having some issues with the Beta FPV all-in-one board, which I'm kind of at the point where I hate now. And the frame is just really fragile. So those are the two things that kind of aggravated me. And then also I wanted to do a better camera. This frame wouldn't accommodate it because it was so narrow for the mounting points. So the Pyrodrone frame actually seems to be wider and will take care of that issue. So this is what I'm after, but in a better version, if you will. So here's the frame, and that's what this video is about. Alright, so this is Pyrodrone's offering. Now, just real quick, I don't have any affiliation with Pyrodrone. I don't get any kickbacks for talking about their stuff. They never send me anything, okay? At this point in time, I bought this, and I'm sharing it with you. But I did talk to Serge at Pyrodrone, and he informed me this was coming. Because I talked to him about that one, and how aggravated I was, how easy it was to break. Let me grab the other frame. So this is the frame that broke. This is that frame, the first one. I took a little crash in some snow and it snapped off. And I thought, wow, that was ridiculous. So I took my fingers here, and as soon as it cracked, it just popped right off. I mean, it was like nothing. But you can see it's wallered out for 9 and 12 millimeter mounting pattern for your motors. 9 and 12, which of course didn't leave much carbon behind. I think it was like a total of 2.5 millimeters in all. It's really easy just to take your fingers and just snap that right off. But anyway, Serge said, check it out, it's coming. So as soon as it landed, I got me one, and I'm going to build a new version of that little ripper. That thing is something else. So anyway, this one here has only the 12 millimeter. Okay. So if we measure from angle here, so 12 millimeters, you cannot run a 9 millimeter motor on this. This is only going to receive a 12 millimeter motor, which I don't care, because the only motor I'm going to run on it anyway is a 1408 Mamba motor, which is 12 millimeter. So you get what I'm saying? 12 millimeters. That whole pattern from angle to angle is 12 millimeters. So that's what's going on here. So you can see the amount of, carbon. So there's just a single hole here, and then there's a fair amount of carbon over here. You can kind of see it better, the amount of carbon between the stress point. So I'm hoping this will be a lot better. The other thing is space for the canopy. We're looking at, basically 25, 26 millimeters from the for the canopy. This one here was really ridiculous, because it was only, what was it, 16 millimeters. So you got a 14 millimeter camera that has to go in there with some sort of mounting hardware that would not fit. And then it made it really tall because you had to come up above your flight controller all-in-one board. So this is just, it wasn't working out, and that's why I went with the Whoop canopy, plus to get weight down. So this is the little package they sent with it. So I'm going to real quick just get some measurements. So the thickness of the frame, the whole entire frame is 4 millimeters. So I have 4 millimeter plate, and then of course 12 millimeter motor mounting post, and both back and front look to be 20, I'm going to say 25, now I'm going to say 26 center to center. So the mounting holes, and then this is receiving a 20 by 20 or a Whoop size board. And from motor to motor is 190 diagonally, and then so we have 135 and 135. So this is a true X. It's not a stretch X. It's not dead cat. It's a true X. So here's the flight controller I'm going to use in this one. I have a friend of mine that has this in his TBS pod racer, which is a bad little bone flyer, and he's been having some good luck with it. So I'm going to give it a shot because I'm done with the beta FPVs all-in-one flight controllers. Their regulators are garbage. So I haven't opened this yet. I wanted to film opening it. I don't know if I'm going to do an unboxing or unveiling or whatever on this or not, just because it's not quite my thing. And then the Canopy. I want to show this thing off here because they put a lot into this thing. So here's the Canopy. So that's perfect for like your cat. The only thing I wanted to show is this Canopy's not quite great for... Let's see if I can find it here. So here's the toothless FPV toothless Starlight camera. So if I match up the mounting points here, you can see the Canopy doesn't protect the lens. That lens is protruding, and of course that'll be, you know, on the frame like that. So in a crash, you know, upside down into the ground, it's going to hit that lens. But you can see that thing really sticks off. I do have a Cadex. Let me see if I can show that. Kind of like what the Canopy's made for is a camera like that. See how shallow that is? This one is old. This is their first. This was Cadex's first nano camera. It doesn't even have any mounting holes. It was meant to go into a foam. I don't know if it was, I don't know why they made it that way, but there's no mounting point. So on, you know, turn around, it doesn't matter. But anyway, the mounting point would be right there. So you can kind of see that there's a little bit more protection. I don't know if that helps you out at all or answers a question for you. I try to, you know, like when I'm doing these videos, I try to think ahead, like what kind of questions have I had in the past? So that's why sometimes it's like, man, he rambles on. But I try to answer some of the questions that I've had in the past. So here's the top plate. So imagine this is the front here. So your top plate will go on there. And then there's two different colored standoffs. So you have two different colors and you have two different lengths. So you can do a taller one and a shorter one. Let's get a measurement of these shorter ones here. The shorter ones are 20 millimeters, so that's going to be like pretty slammed down. That's pretty tight. And then probably 25. Yeah, 25 millimeter. So that's pretty standard. Most frames you get are 25. So that's kind of squatted down. Look at this though. This is interesting. They give you an XT60. I mean 30. I said XT60 in the video I did before, but it's an XT30. And they give you quite a bit of wire. So that's kind of cool. I mean, something you normally don't get. I mean, I think this yeah, there's one in there. A lot of times it comes with the electronics, but that's pretty cool. Anytime you do a single purchase and get more stuff. Let me get that camera out of there. So here's all the mounting hardware. Looks like, yes. Ah, that is so cool. They give you stack screws. A lot of times you don't get these. You just get the stupid screws that go into the standoffs. You don't get the long screws for the stack. Sweet. So that's good. And then a little tiny capacitor. So if you want to, you can put that on your video. You can basically put this in between your VTX and your flight controller. So the 5-volt line can go in here. That's pretty awesome. I've got a bunch of these. Sometimes I use them on my video line. And then we have some nuts. Oh, and they are locking. What? They're nylon locking nuts for your stack. How cool is that? I'm kind of like stepping back here. Like, there's some serious hardware in this. I mean, it's just a frame. A lot of times I get screwed and they just send me this and there's nothing else really with it. But yeah, pretty cool. You get quite a bit of stuff. You don't get that. All right, so that's what came in the package for me. You know, let me know in comments if you ordered this, if you didn't get all that. I want to know about it. Wow, all kinds of screws, and they do have 4 of them. I hate that when they send you 3 of those. You only get 3 stack screws sometimes. It makes me mad because I want to mount it all 4 ways. So what do you say we go ahead and I'm gonna say maybe we'll go ahead and put the taller standoffs in, because I want to use these nuts, and they're brown. So this is kind of Pyrodrone colors, if you will. Yeah, let's do it. Let me go ahead and put this together real quick. All right, what do you think? Should we get some measurements? See what we can stuff into this thing. Yeah, I plan on, let me just put one of these stack screws in there so you can see. So that's with the long standoffs. Then of course the 20 millimeter standoffs would be that tall. So you'd still be under your, with the stack screw, you'd still be under your top plate. So that's pretty important, right? See if you can see that on camera. There you go. All right. So that's pretty cool. I get excited because I'm running out of that stuff. So yeah, so we can put our camera in there, and this is for a 14 millimeter. So the mounting point in here is 14 millimeters. This canopy is designed for a nano camera. So it's going to be kind of cool to have a Foxeer toothless, or even a Runcam Phoenix 2 Nano. Both cameras I really like. I have debated which one I like more yet. I haven't decided. This canopy seems to be, I guess, fairly easy to move up and down. It's not stuck in position real hard. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Depends on your build. Looks like I might have some space here to put my beeper. I kind of wish in a way there was maybe 2 little legs right here. You know, something that you can zip tie to. But that's okay. So let's measure. You know, obviously that's 25 millimeters in between there. So space in between here, in between the standoffs, is 30. I'm gonna call it 38. So 38 millimeters between each standoff. So here to here. Let's get a weight. Weigh this bad boy real quick. So all the hardware to put it together like this. All right. So we're at 35.8 grams with 4. So with, oh wow, they give you 5 of them. How cool is that? So with 4, good grief, 37.5 with the mounting screws, and the 4 of the nuts. So 7.84. That's pretty good. So there's the frame I'm going to use on the next Mega Ultralite number 2, if you will. The Super Duper Mega Ultralite. This is the next one I'm going to build up. Same motors, different flight controller, different camera, same VTX. I really like that Zeus Nano. That Zeus Nano VTX is pretty good stuff. So I'll go ahead and get this thing built up. I'm not going to do a video of building the thing because people just don't seem to really care about build videos anymore. So I won't worry about making one. But I wanted to show the frame. There you go. If you have any questions about the frame, I'll try to get some answers to you in comments. And if you have a frame that's similar to this weight and its capabilities as far as camera and all this other stuff, let me know. I'm interested in hearing about it. So leave that in comments too. If you like this video, give a thumbs up. If you hate it, man, you give it a thumbs down. It all works. Enjoy the breeze.